Okay. You're live. Okay. This is your old friend, Dr. Andrew Michaels. Can you hear me? It's possible that you hear me. I was just watching your videos. No cares. I'm not happy with it, but we're going to have fun with it anyway. Too bright. I gotta watch my own screen. I like it. Get ready. It's a bad boy. It's amazing. I do this and get away with it. How is everybody? Can't count on anything these days. This is what we're going to go in the corners. I hope you can hear me. Alright, let's see if they can hear me. Can you hear me? This is your old friend, Dr. Andrew Michaels. It's like being sucked in a vortex, huh? I'm having flashbacks. Snow Queen, Snow Runner, I'm having flashbacks. I like that. Oh, Lady Green Eyes. Hello, my dear Kathy. How are you? I know you can hear me, Kathy. Let's see what else is there. Oh, wait. Russian Federation. Yeah, he's a good friend. He likes to comment. I can't talk very loud. Yep. Sound is good. We can hear you. I'm talking as quietly as I most possibly can. Because my microphone's really sensitive. I don't even know why I have earphones on. Well, I guess I do need them. Kathy loves the laser. No. Sarah Waters, my friend from Ohio. Sarah Waters. See, I kind of remember people. I do try. Hello, Kathy. How are you? How are you, ASMR cat sounds? Now, this is a terrible stream. This is a terrible live stream. My technology is I have a really wonderful camera, and I have a really wonderful microphone, and I have a really powerful computer. But my internet feed is very low. I don't have my new high-speed internet yet. I have a lower bit rate. Now that's going to change. But right now this is all I have to work with, so we're just doing like a test to see if everybody likes it. And I'm not always looking at the comments. Sometimes I'm looking right here at the camera. So, don't get mad at me. I have a beautiful 1080 webcam, and I put it on top of my microphone. In fact, I can show you if you want to see. And I have these. You might like that. Actually, I know people like little silly things. I don't know if you can see. These are my soundboards that I put around. And then I put foam on top of my laptop so that it won't make noise. And this is my actual microphone stand. And then I'm putting my microphone or my camera right here on top. That probably sounds horrendous, but I want you to see. I'm just having fun. And it's got a little gripper on it, so it's just, we're experimenting. And I know, I never thought about this, but my channel's very improvisational. I just like to throw things out there and experiment, test, and have fun. And I realized that this is perfect because it forces me to be truly live, truly improvisational, and not, no editing, and just kind of have fun with everyone. And that's what I like to do. I like to have fun with you guys. And that's why, and I'm looking right at the camera. That's why I like doing comedy videos. Really, really silly videos. Because I know you guys are laughing. And part of the healing process is making you laugh. And I really want to see all of you having a good time. Having a wonderful time. Having a laugh. So, I don't know if comedy ASMR is ever going to catch on, but I'm giving it a hell of a shot. There's other guys that do it just as good or better than me. So. Paul Blart saves Shrek. That's true. And don't let anybody else tell you differently. I wonder if Kathy's still here. Are you still here, Kathy? Somebody said it's not a horrible. Okay, Matthew Korzek. The stream is not horrible, TR. What are you talking about? And Kathy says I make her laugh. Well, if Kathy says I make her laugh, everybody else can. Whatever. And then the red laser is quite flashy, possibly epilepsy triggering. The blue one is much better. That's from ASMR. Cat sounds. Yeah, there's a lag. Don't worry, it'll get better. I'm having a faster internet installed very soon. And, yeah. Oh, there's that Zach. ASMR, he's a nice kid. No, I don't think he's a kid. Zach ASMR looks like he's about my age. I think I got the right guy. And there's Mr. Puppeteer, who I also have a lot of respect for. I have a high amount of respect for Mr. Puppeteer. He's been very supportive of my channel. And there's, let me try and see, the problem is I have my glasses on. Let's see. I am a dad, so I use a Audio-Technica microphone. It's a condenser mic. You have to get a condenser mic. They're just so easy to use. Look at that. Oh my god, I love that with the blue lights like going off my bald head. That's really cool. I can't be your dad and marry you. Somebody wants me to. I can't do that. That's not going to happen. I like the Xenomorph videos. Will there be another one? Yeah, when I can come up with a decent idea. And maybe some new angle. I can't carve soap. That's a big lie. That was just a joke. That was a joke video. Come on. Do you think I could carve? Those were pictures of statues. But I had so much fun. I have a 3DO. I have a 3DO, but I prefer using, in this live stream, my condenser mic, my Audio Technica. I like to, and it sounds silly, I like to go old school, and you bring up your equipment. Midgie says, how you doing? Hi, Midgie. Yeah, what else? Dude, wolf. Yeah, I'm going to do a wolf, werewolf. I'm going to do a werewolf video very soon. I know everybody wants to see the malt liquor. Malt liquor. Malt liquor. I can't carve soap. The secret's out. The bastard can't carve soap. He's such a prick. Malt liquor. I will do a werewolf video very soon. Yes, well, okay. Okay. Somebody, the one stormtrooper, you're talking about Steel Worldwide. Steel Worldwide drinks 40-ounce malt liquors. He's a huge pro-Trump supporter, and he's a big Chevy guy. I am not a big Chevy guy. I happen to have a Chevy out my driveway, but I'm not a big Chevy guy. I'm actually a Ford guy. But I got a hell of a deal on this Chevy. So, yeah, I love the blue light too. That's Snow Runner. More Lobster Boy soon. There will be more Lobster Boy. Just because a person, I think there's something wrong with us as a society. If somebody is a Hillary supporter or a Trump supporter, it shouldn't be a basis of your friendship. Your friendship should be based on whether you like the person or not. Now, if I met Steel Worldwide in real life, he and I would get along just fine. We'd have a few laughs, a couple drinks, and I'd say, see you later. We don't have to discuss politics, religion, favorite movies, favorite football teams. My brother, the only brother I really get along with, and I have three, but one of them I'm really close to, is diametrically opposite of me. He's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, a Penguins fan, hates Cleveland teams. I love Cleveland teams. We have very different outlooks on many things. Should I hate my brother because of this? No. Throw that stuff out. Throw out the sports teams. I've met people, I sat down and said, I'm a Cleveland fan. The Tribe's doing real good. And somebody will get pissed because they're a Yankee fan, or they can't be, I'm an Ohio State fan, so they can't be friends with me because they're a Michigan fan or they're a Notre Dame fan. Come on, throw that out. We're all human beings. Throw the stuff out. That's how they divide us. That's how they divide us and get us to do what they want. All the bull crap they push on us. Favorite music. I do not support Trump. I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't want to vote for Hillary. I maybe didn't vote for Hillary. There was like 6 or 7 candidates on my ballot. I did vote for Bernie Sanders. If you want to hate me because I voted for somebody, if you want to call me a liberal or call me a conservative, you're really limiting who I am. I'm very religious, but I don't go to church. I do think we should give Trump a chance. We spent all this money. We spent like $500 million voting one of these idiot rich people in. Oh, that's never going to happen. Sorry, Brian. we spent $500 million or more to vote somebody into office for president. We finally got a guy in there. Let's at least let him, and Pence, I think Pence is keeping an eye on him a little bit. Let him try to do something. I mean, yeah, well, it's wrong. Everything he does is wrong. At least let him try to get the economy going. I think he's not going to be that great a president. But I didn't like Obama very much. I didn't like George Bush at all. So I'm neither Republican or Democrat. I'm an independent voter. I'm not real thrilled with any of these people right now. Don't you think that, we put the guy in office or whatever, and, I don't know. Yeah, I would like to work with Dr. Tingles again. He's a very nice man. He's a wonderful person, Dr. Tingles. He's a very nice person. If you like the cock, you get the shock. That's Pence, I think he's talking about. Yeah, Ronald Reagan, by the way, was a Republican, and he believed in tearing down walls, and he believed in bringing people together. Now, on the one hand, I don't know about that. On the one hand, support your rights to get some light. I have a right to the light. Don't worry about stupid politicians. It's just amazing to me that the same party that helped tear down the Berlin Wall and bring people together all over the world helped collapse the Soviet Empire, turned around and wants to build walls, and then they're getting vilified. And not that I'm pro-Russia, I can't stand that Putin guy, he's a dictator. But what if we were friendly with all the nations on the earth instead of having enemies? Quit treating China like they're our enemy. They're our trading partner. Fight for your right for light. Throw out the politics. Throw out the politicians. And let's quit talking about it. Let's talk about something fun. And, nothing really pisses me off more than when somebody says, well, you're this or you're that. You don't even know that person. Give them a chance. Do you even know if a person's Jewish or Protestant or Catholic or an atheist or agnostic? Give them a chance. Learn who they are, not what they are. You could be a Catholic priest and, he's blessed by the Lord, and then you're out raping kids. So don't give me this bullshit that if you have some title over your head, like you're Senator Boofda-Doofda, and then Senator Boofda-Doofda's in the bathroom stall getting a hooter from a male stripper or a male prostitute, it's like, then he wants to go ahead and get rid of gay rights. He's the guy that's actually pushing it. Let's find out who these people are. Let's find out what they're all about. Let's try to bring people together and not push people away all the time. I do like massage ASMR. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to collaborate with that guy that you keep asking me about. It's not going to happen. I'm probably not going to collaborate with Raffy Taffy. You saw how the last collaboration went for him. Boy, was that I can't believe how awful everybody was over that Raffy Taffy thing. And they tore that guy a new ass. What was his name? I'm not even going to say his name because I didn't ask permission. Well, that was a good joke. I didn't ask for permission to use that guy's name on my video. I mean, God forbid I use somebody's name in vain. So, Browns are going to do terrible. The Cleveland Browns suck. I can't even watch professional football anymore. I watched half of the Super Bowl. That was the only game I watched this whole year. It didn't have anything. Oh, there's Dr. Tingles. Hey, how you doing? And I did say something nice about you earlier because we're good friends, and we are. I can't sit here and tell you enough about Dr. Tingles. If you weren't aware of it, about 2 weeks ago there was a silly dust up on Rafi's channel, and it was just I think it was just a mistake. I don't think anything was done intentionally to cause any harm. I think it was a admirable thing. I probably should not even be talking about it. Night Shift ASMR stopped by. Sierra Waters is here. I know Sierra. Hi. Yeah, and yeah, Rafi's fine. Yeah, I got those tingle droids. Now, I like Dr. Tingles, but now I got these fiery tingle droids all around. These tingle droids are all around. Yeah, Dr. Tingles is a good guy. He is. He's a wonderful person. I wish more people would get to know him. Okay, so anyway, this little dust up with Rafi and this other fellow, I'm going to leave his name out of it. The other fellow got a lot of negativity, and it was really, I think, uncalled for. And I really don't think people needed to tell him to kill himself and jump off a bridge or whatever. And he has every right to be a jerk or a tough guy or whatever, or a patsy for another artist if he wants. He chose to stand up for his rights. He was right. Rafi made a mistake. I think it was a mistake. I don't think it was an intentional thing. I shouldn't even talk about it. And when I say that, it's because it's over with. Let's leave it there. I'm just saying, hopefully people will learn to get along and work together because that's what counts. Oh. You want a break from the light? I was just going to do lights the whole time. See, I listen. Okay, so anyway, I think I don't want to talk about it anymore. I think we need to work together and take care of each other and help each other. Oh, the Jingle Droids. Dr. Andrews, don't be afraid of us Tingle Droids. Come in peace and bear gifts of cake with us. Trust the cake, it isn't a lie. I think the cake is a lie. Boofta doofta. Boofta doofta. I don't think I'm going to collaborate with anybody in the near future. You're fine. Kathy, you're fine. I don't care. Some fist pounding. Yeah. Well, if you don't like Donald Trump, instead of hating your friends and your family for voting for him, how about making some positive changes in the world? Get involved locally in your local political party of your choice and make changes that way. Don't go run around hating your family. It doesn't do any good. We're all about love. 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 So exciting and new. I really don't want anybody sending me stuff right now because it ends up on my porch as it is. Boofta. Boofta doofta. Is that a new word? Yeah, I should cut fruit for a video. That'll be exciting. I love the Cavaliers. I love the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm a huge fan. They're doing pretty poorly right now. Finger snaps. I don't know if I can do that or not. Yeah, building walls, that works. We all know that. Nobody in the 21st century can get an airplane ticket. Did you ever hear of an airplane ticket or a boat ticket? High Toxic Films. I like him too. My family is fine with me doing ASMR. My wife, my daughter, my sons are they don't like it. And I have one son that doesn't like it at all. He thinks it's weird. Yep. Cleveland Indians blew a 3-1 lead. Oh, naughty, naughty. That's terrible. We're just going to ignore you. Well, anyway, I hope everybody's having a good time. Are you guys enjoying this? My family, okay, this is a true story. My family, nobody in my family gets ASMR, which is typical. Almost nobody I know gets ASMR. One of the neighbors does. Hi, kitty cat ASMR. And they explain to my family I'm not insane and that ASMR is real. And nobody gets ASMR, but they'll sit on Netflix and watch Bob Ross paint a painting for 2 or 3 hours straight. They'll just keep watching The Joy of Painting over and over again. Yet they do not like ASMR at all. So when you figure that out, you let me know. Yes. I ordered the poo-poo platter from China. Yes. Boofta Doofta for President 2020. How am I to start something? Yeah, you got Boofta Doofta over there, messing up the country. Whoever that is. I have a Twitter. I have a Twitter account. It's on my homepage. If you do at Tiarguelo with no breaks, at Tiara de Guelo, that's my Twitter name. You'll find me. Yeah, I have really positive people in my life. Do you guys like this? Happy little bush. I'm going to paint a happy little tree. Yeah, the Warriors do suck. I am a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, so give me that. Give me that much. F Kevin Durant. F the Warriors. A good friend of mine from New Zealand, Ellie, the Vonte ASMR is here. Hi, Ellie. And Dr. Tiggles is giving a big wave. He's a wonderful person. See, there's a good attitude right there. I've been on the stream for long, but I don't care who you support. You give me tingles, and you make me laugh. Now, there you go. If you love your family and you like spending time with them, why not just do that? And the hell with the politics, the religion, and everything else. Why can't you just be a brother, a cousin, a son, or a daughter? Or both. You can be both at the same time now. But the point is, you have to throw out all the stuff that separates us. Oh yeah, F Kevin Durant. I'm with you, Tim. Hardcore Thunder fan here. What he did to the Thunder was bullshit. Definitely he went for the ring. You see what that got him. Hey, have fun, Dr. Tingles. Love you too. You're a great guy. He's my brother from another mother. There you go. Yeah, why let your family be divided over politics? My family, I listen to, and this will really get me in trouble. Music-wise, I listen to smooth jazz music in my car so that I don't scream and yell all the way down the road from people being bad drivers all the way to my work. I listen to, I have a satellite radio. I listen to Howard Stern 100 all the time. I love Howard Stern show. So you hate me for that. I listen to old 80s music, which they call new wave. I love new wave music. Not punk, but more like new wave. And I love classic rock. Classic rock, your James Gang, the Eagles, all that stuff. I mean, I could just sit there and listen to classic rock station. I love just about every band but Kansas. I don't like Kansas. Yep. Hit him with the high. Hit him with the high. Yes, I did a collaboration with Dr. Tingles. It's on my channel. You can find both videos in my Illuminati playlist. We did like an Illuminati, the Illuminati mysticism versus the Tingle droids of Dr. Tingles. And he even flew a drone in his video. A drone was flying overhead. So it was really cool. It was really, really cool. And there, the chat's going so fast I can't see everything. I am actually a dad, and I have 3 kids, and I've been married for 27 years. And one of my sons moved out. One is still going to college. And I have a little daughter. She's 13. She's a 13-year-old. She's a pretty blonde 13-year-old that wants to go shopping every day. So I have to buy something for her tonight. Kyle the Otaku. I love you, man. The most relaxing thing I ever experienced was, okay, I'm going to tell you. I went to a barber shop, and there was this beautiful, she was a heavy set lady. So she was a bigger lady. She wasn't thin model looking. She was a full-figured gal, and she was, a curvy girl, and she had long red hair. And I went to a barber shop, and they had men barbers, but they also had these women barbers. And this woman, oh, yes, I have children. So anyway, this redhead said, I'll cut your hair, because she didn't have anybody there. And, you don't love me at all? Kyle doesn't love me anymore. I can imagine that. So this redhead, she takes out the clippers and she cuts my hair, and she's cutting it, and she's kind of rubbing up against me and moving around, and she smelled so good. And she smelled good. She looked good. And she's cutting my hair, and she was just so pleasant, so smooth. And all her hand movements were incredible. And I got like the ASMR Grand Mal trigger from the head all the way down the back of my spine. It was incredible. So I go to get my hair cut again, and my wife takes one look at this woman cutting my hair and says, we're spending $15, $20 to get your hair cut. I could just buy a set of clippers and cut your hair for free. And I never went to a barber again. This was a long time ago. I wasn't attracted to the woman, like in the sense that I was interested in her that way. But boy, she could cut hair. She was just... Did you ever have that experience where you had the perfect barber, and then men get shaved, facial shaves? And I've actually had a male barber do the shave with a hot towel. And They do the relaxing massage on just your forehead and your neck. And they put the hot towel on and then they shave you. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're a male, you've got to have that done. I know women get manicures for their nails and stuff. Men have got to get a hot towel shave a couple times in their life. I've only had it a couple times. Not that I can't afford it. It's just I don't want to go every week or something. I think it's weird. Even though I love ASMR, I think it's weird. Dr. Andrew Michaels, tell them they should click the button for cake. All right, if you haven't liked this stream, please like it now. And if you want to make a suggestion, let me know. Let's see. Yeah, my wife. Yeah, see, Kathy knows. Hairstylists get a bad rap. Now, see, if I ever went to Kathy's, I'd let her give me a haircut. I don't know. She could give me a haircut, and I think her husband would put up with it. We could do a video of her cutting my bald head. I'd have to let my hair grow so that there'd be something to cut. But what was your first ASMR? What gave you tingles first? Okay, I was a little boy, and we went to, they used to sell, this is going to be a funny story. I think I've told it before. The first time I ever really experienced ASMR was we went to a shoe store, and I was probably 3 or 4. And my parents believed back then, well, they were wonderful people. They believed in orthopedic shoes. If you wear orthopedic shoes, you'll walk straight and you won't get picked on at school. Little did they know, if you're walking around school every day in dress shoes, hard dress shoes, you got picked on constantly. So my family believed in orthopedic shoes at a young age. Well, they had a guy there, and he was doing the shoe shining off in the side because, guys would come in and get their shoes shined back then. They still do it in big cities, but people have gotten away from it. So, bye, Kyle. Is Kyle agitating everybody? Let me see. I put Kyle at a timeout. That ought to piss him off. Kyle, you're in a timeout. He's probably really, really mad right now. Kyle, I love you. I love you, Kyle. So, is everybody happy now? No, don't send him to the death camps. Yeah, just ignore them. You can just ignore everybody that you don't like and just have fun. So anyway, okay, hi Carlos McKnight. Thank you. So I got it's hard to do this. So I got orthopedic shoes, and the guy was over in the corner, and he's doing the shoe shine with the brushes, shining that shoe. And he's brushing that shoe. This is how improv works. Probably sucks. And he keeps shining it, and I'm watching, and I'm getting tickles all in my head. Watching this guy brush the shoe. And I thought it was the coolest thing. That was my first that I remember ASMR experience. I had several teachers who would read, and they gave me an ASMR experience, from reading, flipping pages of a book, stuff like that. The Judas series, I really loved Bible stories and legends, and I wanted to do a post-apocalyptic end of the world series of videos. So I decided to do that one where Judas comes down. You think it's Jesus, but it's actually Judas coming down. And he starts Armageddon. Everybody thinks Judas is Jesus. They don't know what Jesus looked like, so if a guy flies down from heavens without wings, he might be a good candidate. And that's where that came from. And then I wanted it to be that the alien scientist that Dr. Andrew Michaels put in limbo in an earlier series. In an earlier series, Dr. Andrew Michaels actually teamed up with Satan, the devil, and some demon minions, the doll Annabelle. This is kind of complex. The Annabelle doll took the alien scientist and pulled him through into limbo. And the deal was because the devil didn't want the aliens coming down and stealing souls from human beings. If you take the human beings away from the earth, it's taking those souls from the devil. So it was competition for him. That was the story. So he wanted to stop that. And so he teamed up with Dr. Andrew Michaels to capture the alien scientists and throw him into limbo. When they threw him into limbo, because Judas had betrayed Jesus on the cross, he was in limbo, not in heaven or hell, but in limbo, awaiting his final judgment of Armageddon. So the devil met up with, or not the devil, the alien scientist was put in limbo, found Judas, and they both have a little rub with the people of Earth. They teamed up and tried to fake everybody out to think the apocalypse was here, and Judas was actually the son of Christ, son of God, Christ child, come down again, second coming. And luckily, Dr. Andrew Michaels figured it out and saved the world, as he usually does. And then captured the alien scientist, and they banished him somewhere, and I can't remember where. I think they trapped him. He wanted to rule the universe, so they put him in they used the quantum time bubble to jump into an alternate universe, and we left the alien scientist in his own universe, which doesn't really stop him. It just puts him in a different place. I love Fahrenheit 451. Somebody wrote that, Ben, I think. And I love everything Ray Bradbury wrote. Ray Bradbury is one of the few science fiction writers that frightens me. If you read Ray Bradbury, you can be very frightened. If you actually read what he says, it's not going to be so good for humanity if we don't get together and start working as one people. Okay, let me see. Favorite trigger. I don't know. I think my favorite trigger is when somebody reaches up to the camera. Like that. Like they're petting the camera. See if I can get it. Like that. And it probably helps it's a pretty girl doing it. Not an old middle-aged guy. Okay, so let me see. Orwell was, like, I don't want to knock Orwell. Orwell was a horrible, depressing person. His writings are fantastic. 1984 is an incredible book. The Animal Farm is an incredible piece of literature. But George Orwell, man, you know, they don't need outlaws books for their political beliefs. They need outlaw them because they make people depressed when they read them. I do watch anime, not a lot. 1984 was a really good book, by the way, and a good movie. Yeah, Orwell, we actually live in a George Orwell world, but not the one he envisioned. We actually, and I've talked about this in videos in the past, we actually live in an opposite world of what George Orwell predicted. Instead of the heavy-handed government watching us to control us, the government's actually watching us to protect us from the rest of society. we need protected from our own kind. It's not the government that's trying to come get us. It's our own kind, terrorists, mad gunmen, rapists, criminals. And it's true, you have to guard your family, and you put up a camera to guard your family. You don't put up a camera to catch your neighbor saying anti-communistic manifestos. You put up a camera to protect yourself because of a home invasion that's going to kill you and your family. We live in an opposite world that George Orwell predicted. He predicted it, and then it came out opposite. You can't control human beings. Human beings are a wild card, and they just randomly do things. And you'll never be able to control them or stop them. They're a wild animal. And there's 6 billion wild animals running loose, 7 billion wild animals running loose at any time on the planet, wreaking havoc on the planet. The barbarians are at the gate. The problem is we're the barbarians. So, let's see. Yeah, I watched a show where Britain has more cameras per square mile, I think, than anywhere on the earth. And there's people, and they know they're on camera. They know they're being filmed, and they get pissed drunk, and they get captured and beat up, and they're stealing and robbing and kicking in windows. And it's like, you're on camera. They're going to get you. And they do. They catch them. So, I am not a Democrat or a Republican. I couldn't make that any more clear. Brave New World's another book that's kind of sad, but I like it. Let's see. Communists. The communist system doesn't work. It was a new system. They thought it up. They tried it, and it failed. It's failed miserably. Fascism failed miserably. And when it comes down to it, I love all these systems they put in place, but the only system that really matters is if you put me in charge, I'll fix everything. That's called a dictatorship. Fascism, communism, all these isms, totalitarianism, they're all dictatorships. Letting somebody control all aspects of your life. Just let the people be self-determining. Then, in a way, you have nobody to blame but yourself for the problems of the world. And I really believe that. Everybody's sitting around whinging and bitching and moaning about Donald Trump. We voted him in. Stop whinging on about it. Now, I've told everybody a million times, I didn't vote for the guy, but I want you to think for a second. Everybody voted in Obama. Oh, Obama, he's the devil. Oh, Obama, 1,000 years of darkness. He's gone now. What are you going to bitch about now? Oh, you'll bitch about Trump. So that's the way it works. 50% of the people bitch because Obama got in. But he got voted in. So who voted for him? You guys know you voted for him. So quit bitching. And then you turn around and vote in Trump. And you're whinging and whining and crying, oh my God. Bush was the worst. He was the devil. We got rid of him. The world kept on spinning and rotating. We got Obama for 8 years. The world kept on going. He's gone. Gone. Look. Now you're stuck with Trump. And I'm telling you, he'll be gone soon. He will. 4 years or 8 years from now, he's gone. And we'll have the next dummy in there. And you guys will be bitching about him too. Because that's what people do. You can vote for anybody you want. Hey, Kyle. Kyle's back, so let's be nice to him. Let's all be nice to Kyle this time. Mr. Whisper ASMR, I don't think I know him that well. But hello. It's always good to see people. Idle Tonic ASMR stopped by. Just trying to grab names. I saw Logan and I thought it was okay. Do you want me to talk about Logan? Because that might be interesting. No, you're alright, Kyle. Just have fun. See, even Lady Green Eyes ASMR said hi, Kyle. Everybody loves you. Okay, Mr. Whisper ASMR, hi. Hi. Yeah, the whole thing with the EPA and everything. They can show us pictures of China where the cities, the people can't even breathe, but we need to get rid of the EPA. I mean, we need to get realistic. Maybe the EPA, it's like a pendulum. Maybe the EPA swung too far with regulation, but you don't want to go all the way to nothing. We need to be a nation of middle of the road. I know nobody wants to hear it, but you have to be accepting of people and everybody's stance on stuff. And I understand nobody wants to be politically correct. Everybody's sick of it. We're all sick of it, but you have to be able to meet people in the middle of the road. Any kind of extremism on the right or left always ruins the country, ruins it. So, try to get along. Yes, I love all of you too. I love you too, Kyle. See, Kyle's got a lot of love. Oh, Logan was the movie Logan. Do you guys want me to talk about that? Or am I going to ruin it for you? I love that Reiki Monster. Somebody just said that there, Rick Wassner. I loved doing the Reiki Monster video. That was a fun video for me. Once in a while, about every 20 or 30 videos, I hit a mark where I do some videos where I really enjoy them. And Reiki Monster was one of them. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. Well, without giving away the plot of Logan, he's carrying around because he's kind of at the end of his life and he's depressed and life sucks. And he's carrying around an adamantium bullet that can kill him. It can penetrate his adamantium skull and kill him. They come across a clone of Wolverine who's got a adamantium skeleton and he's a killing machine just like Wolverine. And they pin him down and they run away and escape. Now, I understand you have a plot and all this other bullcrap. Logan should have loaded that bullet up right then and there, walked over and put that bullet in that clone's head. So I'm not giving, this is early in the movie, so I'm not giving away the movie, but it's like, the audience figured it out. You guys in the writing room couldn't figure it out? I mean, come on, they're really, what did Kyle do now? I don't know what he did, but yeah, he blinked. Logan did blink in the film at least one time. So, thank you, Mr. Whispers ASMR. Reiki Monster was amazing. Yes, and I really enjoyed it. My dream car isn't a car at all. I'd love to get a BMW SUV that they are making right now. I forget the model name, but I love that BMW. The BMW SUV that they're putting out right now. It's about $39,000, I think, sticker price. I really would like to get one of those. Strictly to drive back and forth to work. So, anybody want to see a light? Some more lights? Are they done with the lights? Yes, Ben Pope says your Sentinel video was amazing as well. Yeah, 2001: A Space Odyssey was based on Arthur C. Clarke's short story, The Sentinel, that came out in the early 60s. And I love that. I love Sri Lanka, the whole history of that. The fact that Arthur C. Clarke went there and his mysterious world show from Sri Lanka. And, this mysterious far-off place and this science fiction writer sitting there on the beach telling you all these weird, stories. It was like a Twilight Zone thing. And, I thought Arthur C. Clarke was a pretty interesting narrator for his show. I did not like 2001: Space Odyssey, the movie. I'm not a Stanley Kubrick fan, which might surprise people. I don't like Stanley Kubrick films very much. Sorry, Ellie. That shows you I'm honest, because I was not a fan of his. I am not a fan of his. And he's a hell of a director. The Shining was a good movie, but I didn't like The Shining. I am a big LeBron fan, so you hate me for that. I think LeBron's a pretty good guy. Keeps his wife and kids out of the spotlight. He's very protective, and he takes care of his family. Oh, ASMR Darling, giving you a shout out in our video a few months back. I didn't know ASMR Darling was going to do that shout out for me and others. She shouted out Jellybean, I can't remember everybody, but Jellybean Green, Laura Minx, 123, me, I think she did Rafi, a few other people. And I know I'm leaving out a name of a friend. And I absolutely was stunned. And I'll tell you the truth. My channel was doing pretty poorly at that time. I was in a, YouTube features you and you go up, and then they quit featuring you, you go down. So I was like in the trough of a wave, and my channel was hurting pretty bad. And right around that time, this girl, Taylor Darling, just out of the blue, does a shout out video and uses my video without my permission. Now, I didn't make a big deal out of it because she really helped me out. And I think you need to hear those words coming out of my mouth on camera. This little lady took it upon herself to help me out of the blue without my permission and basically saved my channel and turned it around. And then this nice guy named Dr. Tingles ASMR wrote me, without giving away too much. He and I wrote a couple emails, talked live to each other, and we had a collaboration like literally within 30 seconds to a minute, bang, we had the collaboration lined up, filmed both parts. I edited everything up, sent it to him, and yes, thank you, Olivia, by the way, for that. That's very kind of you. Yeah, Night Shift. It's up and down thing for YouTube. And Dr. Tingles got my channel really hopping because he has a very loyal audience. He was smaller than me a little bit when we did the collaboration. He's about 25,000 subscribers ahead of me now, and 2 or 3 million views ahead of me, which is just fine. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. You could see him coming like a freight train. He's doing great. He does wonderful work. And he's a fantastic person. So easy for me to get to know and work with and everything. He and I just meshed. We worked real well together. We really enjoyed our collaboration. So, yeah, I'm not going to collaborate with that guy. It's some other artist. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's a little bit my fault, but mostly not my fault. But I have collaborated with some people, and I treat them very nicely, and there's no problem. And there's nothing wrong with people wanting me to collaborate with certain people, because it would be cool if I could collaborate with different artists like Massage ASMR. And I've wanted to collaborate. We're good friends with Nicholas. We've just never meshed up. We just never could get an idea that worked for both of us. But it's cool. You don't want it to be forced. You want it to work, So, when it happens, it happens. Let's see. If somebody's an atheist, that has nothing to do with me not liking them. And if you think you're a Christian and you talk a lot of crap saying you're a Christian, if somebody is a atheist or an agnostic, you should love them the same. Everyone should be welcome at your table, and you should be willing to listen to them and give them a chance to speak, because maybe there's some pain in there that they need to express. And not everybody's a perfect Christian, so, I did collaborate with Heather Feather. My first group collaboration had Heather Feather in it. And she was very sweet and a very kind young lady. I would never dream of marginalizing a person over their political or their religious beliefs, or I could not call myself a believer in anything. If you believe any of the teachings and mandates of the disciples and Jesus and what he actually really taught, the stuff that was actually written down, he was about inclusion. He was about bringing people together. He was about not building a big brick church and everybody standing around telling each other how much money they made that week. He was about inclusion and going out into the city and helping the poor and the indigents and people who were diseased and sick, and people who were on the margins of society at that time, like tax collectors and prostitutes and unwed mothers and widows and all the ones that were left behind in society. That's who he went and helped. I don't need help. I don't need God to come down. Oh, God, help me, help me. I can't figure out my taxes. Oh, God, I hate my job that pays my bills and supports my family. Oh, God, help me. I don't need help. I have been made aware of the covenant of the Creator, that if you work hard and you do it with your due diligence and stuff, and you use your freaking marble that he gave you, you can make it through the world. I'm making it through the world. I went out and got a nice wife, and we work together, and our family works together. We don't need God. We love God, but we don't have to have God help us in an overt, heavy-handed way. Our job is to go out and help those who can't help themselves. The crippled and the weak and the lame and the sick and the diseased and the ones that are dispossessed, people out of work. Those are the ones that need his help. And you're supposed to help them. You're not supposed to help yourself. You're not supposed to pray, oh, God, please give me a new motorcycle. If I had a motorcycle, my wife and I could ride around in the summer and have a good time. That's not what it's about. And good deeds don't get you to heaven. It's going out and doing the right thing, because your heart's in the right place. If your heart's not right in the place, then you're wasting your time. And hating somebody or disenfranchising somebody because they're an atheist or an agnostic or Jewish or Muslim is the foulest thing you can do with your religion. There is actually a special place in hell for people who disenfranchise others by using their Christianity, like priests who molest kids, people who take advantage of people because of their wealth, position, and their authority in the church or in religion. There's an actual special hell for those people that they have to pay for misleading and hurting people. A lot of people are atheists and agnostics and switch religions and things like that because they were disenfranchised. They were pushed away from religion. They were told lies about the church and about God. They were told that if you don't go to church, you're going to die. You're going to go to hell. That's not true. People on Desert Island aren't going to go to hell because they didn't go to church on Sunday. And, you can't tell somebody, okay, wait a minute, T-34, I don't know what that means. The T-34 was better than the Panzer. I'll fight you on that one. The Panzer was a better tank. With the Panzer IV or the Tiger was a better tank. But when you're up against 20 T-34s, a mass-produced tank, when you're up against 100 Sherman tanks, the T-34 and the Sherman wins. The Panzer loses. Yeah. I don't like to talk about religion, politics, and things like that, but the reason I do is I don't want you, the viewer, to think. I'm not trying to avoid an argument. I'm trying to get you to think. I'm trying to get you to say, why are you sad now? Well, I don't care if somebody makes fun of religious people. And he's welcome to his own opinion. And I don't even watch, so I don't know, but I wouldn't make fun of him, is what I'm saying. And I don't. I've never been discriminated against for my Native American heritage because I look like a big, tall Englishman and I have blue eyes. And I've had many American Indians, Native Americans, tell me I'm not a Native American. Which is fine because I'm not. I was raised as a Caucasian. I was raised as a white person, which is another label. You know, if you throw out the labels, I'm just a guy with English heritage. And I have some, what's this about the Muslim here? So I'm Muslim, believe it or not, born and raised in USA. I'll treat you like a human even if you don't do the same to me. Well, I've met a lot of Pakistani Muslims, Indian Muslims, Bangladesh Muslims, Indonesian Muslims, Filipino Muslims that were salt of the earth, the most pleasant, calm, kindest people I've ever met. I've met Saudi Arabians that were nice people. I don't think you can judge a person on their religion. I think you should just look at people as an individual. Deutschland, overall. Oh my God. You gotta love the Germans. I've never seen a ghost. Adriana Henderson brings up a good. Oh, come on! Don't do that. Favorite food is a cheeseburger. You guys running out of things for me to say? How long we've been doing this? Does anybody even know? No, I don't go exploring or ghost hunting because I don't personally believe in ghosts. I don't believe there's such a thing as a ghost. I love doing the Batman themed let's see what I say here. I don't know if you saw. I would love to do a Frank. You're right, Sarah. Sarah Waters brings up a very good point, and I will do it very soon. A Frank Reynolds role play. I really want to do a Frank Reynolds role play. Would I just answer? Gotta go. Okay, Mr. Whisper's gotta go. Thank you for stopping by. Well, there's no evidence of God, and there's no evidence that there's not being one either. I forget, I didn't get a chance to read his name. I would like to do a Frank from Always Sunny in. I'm trying to read these, they're going too fast. Oh, somebody said something about, I don't want anybody here to worry. Somebody just wrote something about they thought I was upset over religion or asking a question. You can ask anything you want. I don't have an axe to grind with anybody. I think let me see right here. Well, most people don't match my personal beliefs. And if you actually sat down and actually looked around, most people don't totally agree with your personal beliefs. So you can choose to be exclusionary and hate those that are different than you, or just not worry about it. I am not an atheist, and I am not agnostic. But I don't go to church anymore. I haven't been in church in 13 years or so. And I'm very frustrated with the organized religion of Christianity. And I don't think it's going to get fixed in my lifetime. So that's my opinion. And I'll take it one step further. I'll tell you. We'll see. Any movie. Okay, here's one. If you could be inside any movie, which one would it be? I would love to be in a Batman movie because when I was growing up, I thought Batman was the coolest guy in the whole world. And I loved the 1989 Michael Keaton Batman, the one done by, Beetlejuice guy. What's his name? The director. And I really like Michael Keaton. Everybody back then thought that was a horrible choice, and he ended up being a really good choice. So if I could be in any movie, I would love to be in the 1989 Batman movie. Would have been cool. And let's see. What was your favorite video to film? I think the one I love the most, one of my favorite videos, is the one Temujin ASMR, where I go back in time and save a young Genghis Khan. I rescue Genghis Khan from a disease by giving him an antibiotic. I thought that was a really cool. Birdman. I thought Birdman was a great movie. Tim Burton directed the original Batman movie in 1989. Birdman, I thought, was a fantastic movie. It was literally written and made for people my age that are going through a lot of the same things I'm going through. I thought Michael Keaton should have been Best Actor of the Year. I can't remember if it won an Oscar for Best Movie of the Year, but it was nominated. And it should have won if it didn't. But he didn't win Best Actor, I know that. He should have won Best Actor. Eddie Redmayne is a good actor. I think he beat Michael Keaton that year. But that Birdman movie was phenomenal. I loved it. It didn't make me cry, but it was a weird experience seeing Birdman. Well, if you don't like Birdman, that's great, because that's your choice. No, I've never smoked marijuana. I'm not interested in it. I don't take illegal drugs. And I just can't get my head wrapped around it. I like beer. You guys probably want to see me drink a malt liquor. Do you guys want to see me drink a malt liquor? No, I'm not a Polak. I'm not a Polak, but I know many. Somebody asked, "Are you a Polak?" You should say, "Am I Polish?" Are you a Christian? I would say I'm a believer in God. And I believe God sent his son down. His name was Jesus, or Yahshua, that Yahweh sent down his son. Jehovah sent his son down. And he really had some really interesting things to say. And he was a really kind person. Yes to the malt liquor? If you don't listen to people who paraphrase the Bible's like this thick, okay? And people will do a sermon or something on pieces of literature out of the Bible this big. Little lines of text. If you actually read the things that Jesus did, he believed in inclusion. Let the children come to me. Go out into the edge of the city and find the sick and the infirm. Bring them to you. That's what he actually believed in. I don't know what they're teaching people now, but throw it out. So you guys want me to drink one? I am not a real doctor. I work at a power plant. Okay, one more time. I'm going to ask one more time. I smoked weed once and ended up crying and having a panic attack and got paranoid. Yeah, a lot of people do that with. I think my problem with marijuana is it stunts your development as a person, your maturity level. Don't tell me it doesn't. I still have friends that smoke pot that act like 19-year-olds, and I'm almost 50 years old, And these guys have never gotten it together. They're still, can't figure it out. And it's like, okay, smoke another bunt. That'll do you some good. It's just a personal opinion. I don't not like people who smoke marijuana. I just choose not to. But a lot of people don't choose to drink 40-ounce malt liquors. All right. Yeah, I am going to do a Homer Simpson role play one of these days. Okay, Christopher Brown's going to smoke a bowl if I drink a 40. 10 beers. I'm not drinking 10 beers. I got to go to work tomorrow. Hang on. Hang on, people. Here. Malt liquor. This is what you came to see. Where you at? You guys still there? All right. I did do a 40, or I did do a Freddy Krueger video, one or two of them. You should go back and look. They're really funny. Ooh, hang on. You can see. I sell propane and how's it work? Bobby. Let me see if I can do it here. Bobby, you gotta quit kicking them boys in the balls. Okay, ready? Ain't nothing German about this beer. Right here. Colt 45. Colt 45 works every time. Malt liquor. Labels out. Ah, nasty. 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 Labels out. Ready? Oh. What do you say when you drink a malt liquor? I like this. Does everybody remember? Make a look in the comments. What do you say when you do this? What do you say? You say righteous. Say, righteous. Oh, righteous. You like that? Spank me, Daddy. Ryan wants me to spank him. Oh, boy. Being an American. Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. There you go. That's a true story. In my one blog, I was telling you my friend, I think I did in my recent one, that my friend Joe got killed. His favorite was Mickey's Big Mouth. Yeah, I like days. Worst dentist ever was a lot of fun. Thank you, Upset Frog. Baby. Let's see. Righteous. Let's see. That is a true story. When my friend got killed, he said, give me a 6-pack of Mickeys and a pack of smokes. That was his last words. They were taking him into the emergency, and he was going in emergency in the hospital he worked at, so people knew him, and he was a great guy. And he died like 25 years ago, and you just never get over it, I don't think. What's it say? Daddy spanking. I'm not doing that role play. Tube cleaning videos. Tube cleaning. Tube cleaning. Alcohol's good for you. It kills all the germs. Who said alcohol's bad for you? I mean, you take drugs, right? Psychotropic drugs or mind-altering drugs. Those aren't good for you. But alcohol is good for you. How did my friend die? Xenomorph Gaming. My friend Joe was driving. I go the same road he went and got killed on every day to work now. He was going down a state highway, and now there's a barrier. There wasn't a barrier, and the guy came across the lanes, drunk driver, and it hit him. He was driving a Cavalier, I think, Chevy Cavalier, and he hit right in front of the driver's door, and it actually shoved the steering wheel right through his chest. The guy hit him. It was a 100-mile-an-hour crash, I think. And it basically just crushed him. And he was able to talk. He was dying from internal bleeding. And he was on his way to work. He was a technician in a hospital, I think. And he got called in on an extra shift. He was going to go on a cruise, a vacation. And I think it was the night before. It's true. It's a true story. So the Highway Patrol took great interest. The Ohio State Highway Patrol is a wonderful organization. They really are. They took a great interest in Joe's death. It was an ignominious death and of a young man who really turned his life around. Joe had a lot of problems. He turned his life around. And they helped raise money or got the state funding or whatever they did. And they put these chains, they weren't chains, they're like cables up all between the east and westbound lanes. And I always thought, was that because of Joe that those cables went up? And you think about it every day I look. That's why I think he's in my mind all the time. I just wanted to do this for fun because I do like improvisational things. I know the quality's really bad, and I know it's not that great a video, but I wanted to interact with you. I really do. I wanted to force myself to do this live and talk to you. Yeah, I drink responsibly. I'm not going anywhere tonight. I'm going to go to sleep when I'm done. Let's see. What's it say here? No, this is going too fast. The guy from Full Sail. You can write me again. I didn't see it. Well, my friend Joe died, but they would have a candlelight vigil with the Highway Patrol every year for 2 or 3 years after he died, bring great attention to drunk driving. And then they put these signs up on the highway about drunk driving, wearing your seatbelts. The Ohio State Patrol has done a lot of work to try to make the roads safer in this state. And I think sometimes it's because they did go to those crime scenes and see that somebody like Joe got killed. No, I don't smoke. I smoked in a video. If you see me smoking a cigarette in a video, I really am smoking a cigarette for real, but I don't smoke. I can't stand it, and it makes me sick. It makes me really sick when I do that. Oh boy, that's a big one. Well, I'm going to improve the quality and stuff. Okay, I'm going. Death Hawk Down said, I'm going into film at Full Sail University, and they don't exactly like conservative right-wingers. Any advice? Well, first of all, don't tell everybody you're a right-winger. Secondly, why are you labeling yourself a right-winger? Because why? I don't walk in a room and say, hello, my name is Michael Weil, and I'm a Christian independent voter. I'm more interested in labor issues than I am in right-wing or left-wing bullshit. And I have no particular causes that I fight for. So if you don't agree with that, we can't even have a civil conversation, so you might as well just fuck right off. Is that how you want to introduce yourself? How about just being who you are? Like, hi, I'm Mike. How's it going? It's good to see you today. Yeah. Oh, yeah, John let me in. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know John. How you doing? Yeah, that Logan movie. That was pretty cool last night. Who cares? Right? Right now in the press and everywhere, you hear all this bullshit about the right, the right wing, the alt-right, whatever. For the last 8 years, it's been the left. They're just pitting us against ourselves. Throw out the labels. Just be a human being. Okay? I'm a guy who works for a living. I'm a laborer. I'm not a laborer, I work in an office, but you're still a guy 9 to 5 collecting a paycheck and an hourly pay rate. We should be worrying about issues that bother us, like healthcare costs and things like that, and whether or not I can get my dentist in my program. That's what we should be worried about. Throw out all the other stuff. Excuse me. Death Hawk Down said, I don't know why I'm interested in this guy, but he seems interesting. No, but I've not even started yet, and I've had people find out who I am and have had stuff said at me that as well I'd rather not say. Well, let's hear what you have to say. Well, I don't have an office job. I work in a power plant, but I monitor boilers and stuff, so it's kind of like an air-conditioned office job, and I go out and do little things, but basically I'm running a power plant, which I went to spend a lot of years learning. I have 3 kids. I have 2 adult sons who are both about 6'5". And I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent voter. Okay, the Black Hawk guy or whatever his name was, the reason people are saying stuff to you is because you told them things. You let them know that what your political beliefs were. I'm not saying lie about who you are as a person or cover up who you are as a person. But if you're going to go to Full Sail and it's full of liberal-minded people and you're consider yourself right-wing or whatever, you have to get along. So get along. Don't push their buttons. Does that help? Think about it. If you know they're all liberals, you're going to a liberal school, a highly liberal school, you might behoove you just to talk about the sports or something, not politics. And I'm trying to help. Update of your channel. My channel's doing pretty good. Favorite video game was GoldenEye 007 and Nintendo 64. Favorite game because I played with my sons when they were little boys, and they used to whoop my ass. We used to play as a family, my 2 boys and my wife and I, because my daughter wasn't born yet. Colt 45 works every time. 111 people on. Let's see. When I drink a Colt 45, my nose runs. Yes, I would love to go to Mars. Yeah, Zach ASMR said it best. If you never said anything about your political beliefs or leanings, they don't know who you are, so don't bother telling them. It's none of their damn business. And that's right. If you want to vote for Trump, if you want to be a right-wing person, who gives a shit? It's nobody's business. You want to be an atheist? Be an atheist. Who cares? Favorite movie? Birdman is the most recent movie. I think is probably my favorite. And I love the Captain America movies. The Marvel Captain America movies are just unbelievable. I love all three movies. I love doing my channel. I love creating characters and stories. Matthew Robertson asked me. I really do enjoy doing this. I do it and I do get paid to make videos on YouTube. And I enjoy getting paid. But I love making ASMR videos on YouTube. If I was more into the money, I'd cut back and not make as many videos. Because I would manage my channel a little different to maximize my profits, not work as hard. But I just love it. Let's see, dear President. Let's see. I've been posting things. Yeah, if you post things on Facebook, like, Trump on Facebook. Okay, let me tell everybody something. I don't mind if somebody puts a couple little political things on their page, because everybody has a right to their opinion. Like, I loved it when that alt-right guy got punched in the head in the D.C. marches. As a matter of fact, my son was in the D.C. marches. He went down there with his girlfriend. That march that guy got punched in the head, my son was there that day. My oldest son. And I'll tell you what, if my son would have punched that little son of a bitchin' Nazi, he'd have knocked his block off. He wouldn't be walking down the street crying about getting punched by somebody. My son would have knocked his head clean off. And I know everybody's not going to like this, but I don't have a lot of use for Nazis. And I'm sorry. I don't have a problem with anybody talking about Germany, because Germany's not what Nazism was about. Nazism was a bunch of gangsters. German people were good people. And I met a lot of Germans after the war that were thankful the United States coming and rescued them just like they rescued the rest of the countries over there. And don't you forget it. I have a lot of love for the German people. I really do. They were misled. Germany was the most technologically highly advanced society in the world. They had their cinema was far in advance of Hollywood studios at the time, and their technology was untouchable. And they got led down the road by a bunch of gangsters that took over during a depression. I don't know if beer tastes sour, but it's not. Favorite fast food restaurant might be that Five Guys. That Five Guys is pretty incredible. You're damn right I'm a patriot. I believe in the United States, and I believe in the American way. And I believe the American way is for everyone. My family were dirt poor white people from Western Pennsylvania and New York State. My family wasn't born with no silver spoon in their mouth. We were basically indentured servants a few generations ago. And my grandfather, on my dad's side, died of tuberculosis at a young age in his 40s because he worked for a cement company and he breathed dust driving cement trucks. And he got tuberculosis and emphysema, whatever he got, and died from it. He probably had silicosis, but they didn't diagnose it properly. And people forget where they come from. My mom made sure I never forgot where I came from. And I think people, they get a couple bucks in their pocket or they buy a nice house and they start forgetting who they are. And you can't put down people. You can't look down on people. And I've had a lot of people who, in the United States, they call minorities, help me get jobs. Help me keep my job. Making sure Mike's okay. Okay? I ain't got a problem with minorities. Let's see. What else? It's 40. I really didn't want to do this tonight. So I'm doing this for you. One more. Vegans are alright. I'd be better off if I was a vegan. Oh, righteous. Whew. Colt 45. Works every time. Whoa, that was heavy. What are SJWs? Opinion on SJWs? You have to tell me. Which is worse, failing or never trying to you? Never trying. You know, what are SJWs? If you tell me what an SJW is, I'll talk about it. But I really don't want. I'm really getting tired of talking about politics. Oh, social justice warriors, internet keyboard warriors. I'm really sick of social justice warriors. I'm sick of white knights. I'm sick of all these keyboard heroes that think their shit don't stink. Here's a good example. Somebody earlier said, you watch Steel Worldwide videos, but Steel Worldwide was a Trump guy. And I said, well, wait a minute. If I met him in real life, he and I would talk nice to each other. We would be friendly with each other. There would be no reason for us to have a disagreement. Night Shift ASMR is leaving. It was very good to see you. Well, these people aren't Nazis. They're imperialistic Germans. There's a huge difference. Imperialistic Germany is totally different than fascist Nazis. Fascist Nazis was a political movement that took over Germany after the Weimar Republic. The Weimar Republic was a democratic government that came after Imperial Germany. Don't forget, the United States fought for Imperial England in 2 wars, not 1, 2 wars. We protected the Kingdom of Great Britain and the Commonwealth, and we protected the Crown. Came in on the side of Great Britain in 2 wars. We are a loyal ally there, so the people talking about Imperial Germany here are very far removed from what later became fascist Germany. And I really don't want to talk about that. Let's see, I'm going to actually try to get... Good night, TR, says Quentin Osterhage. I don't know. Plum Island, yeah. And there's a lot of reasons to believe Hitler was Jewish. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's a fact. He went through the city that he was born in and raised in, and he altered or destroyed the history of that city to a degree to protect his lineage. So there's a lot of evidence out there that he might have had partial Jewish heritage. Yeah, I believe in God. We've covered that a couple times. And Hitler, his mom had cancer, and she had a Jewish doctor. And he used to send a Christmas card to that Jewish doctor every year after his mom died, or birthday card or Christmas card. That's a true story. He only hated the Jews because it was a political... excuse me. You guys wanted it. You wanted the 40. I do exercise, but not as much as I should. That's fine if you're a Satanist. If you believe in Satan and you worship Satan, then you believe in God. So you're very close to me as a brother. Right? If you're a Satanist, you believe that Christ is the Son of God. So you are truly my brother. And you're just lost in the woods. Satanism is a legitimate religion. Yes, that's true. It is. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Satanists deserve the respect of us as human beings because they actually believe in God, the creator of the universe. They just worship the fallen angel Lucifer. I loved somebody said, S. Jakes 3, if he said, I love history. Yeah, I do. Il Kaiser TR. I used to be able to do a backflip, and I used to be able to do a front flip. I did study martial arts. You can't tell from my beautiful kung fu body, but I used to do that. I can fight pretty damn good. Let's see. Oh, I think thoughts on India. I love India. India's a beautiful place. I love Sri Lanka. I have friends from Sri Lanka. I have Bangladesh friends. I have friends from Pakistan. I have Hindi friends. I have different Hindis. Hindi's they're monolithic religion. I have many Indian friends who are monotheists. They believe in many gods. And I also have Muslim friends who are from Pakistan and India. Not a lot. I don't have a lot of friends because I just don't know a lot of people from that part of the world. I've met some very gentle people from Bangladesh. I think the world of them. Let's see. Well, Satanism's all about you being a god on earth. Well, that's true. Satan was bound to the earth, and he's the god of the planet Earth. Satan is here amongst us. This is his planet. He rules this planet. God doesn't rule this planet. This planet is ruled by man and by Satan. Man's law, man's rule. That's what rules this. God doesn't care about any of this. He cares about what's in your heart. What's in your heart goes to heaven. That's the thing. If you actually read the Bible, we got to protect the church from Satan. God doesn't care about the church. God cares about your heart. It's here. He cares about what's in your heart. They brought a coin to Jesus and they said, what do you think about paying taxes, Jesus? And he said, well, whose face is on that coin? And they said, that's Caesar's face. He says, well, Caesar struck this coin. This is Caesar's gold. So you rend unto Caesar what's his, which is the coin, which is man's law, man's money, man's monetary system. You give me the treasures that I want up into heaven, your eternal soul, something that can't be measured by man's tools. They can't put measuring tapes on it. They can't put scales on it. They can't charge you for your soul. They can't take it from you. That's the 1 inch of you, sugar cube, the 1 inch of you. They can't take that away from you. And it's up to you to decide what to do with it. Being a Satanist is just somebody who's being honest about being a man. I'm a god on earth. Everything here is for me, me, me. Well, I got news for you. Satanists are the only ones being honest about it. The world was here for me, and I can do what I want with it. The rest of us all lie. We all lie. Oh, I'm all about this. Praying to God bullshit, and I'm going to go out and do my own thing when nobody's looking. It's what's in your heart that matters. So don't be down on that. Think about it. Be wise. Be wise with the tools and the gifts that God gave you. Okay, peace, brother. Somebody said peace, brother. I don't think, I'm not a Lutheran or a Catholic. I was a Protestant. I was a confirmed Protestant too. I was a confirmed and a baptized Protestant. I went through confirmation. So I went through all that horse shit. And it was horse shit. I'm going through religious training at church, and the minister sat in on our class and said, the Bible was just a bunch of, this is the minister of our church, is a real asshole. He was a self-righteous asshole who was just trying to collect a paycheck and a pension. I know that now as an adult. I didn't know that as a child. He sat in my confirmation class. We're sitting around a table, and I have friends to this day that were in that confirmation class with me. They could verify I'm not making this up. My brother was in there too. My brother and I took confirmation together, and he said, the Bible is just a bunch of tales, wives' tales, and stories they told around the campfires to keep people from killing each other. Don't kill, don't steal, don't do bad things. And I'm like, what the? This is the minute. I'm 13 years old or whatever I was, And I was thinking immediately, you're the minister here. You're the minister and you're throwing the bathwater out with the baby. Why are you telling them that? Yeah, the Bible is a book of morals and values. And if you follow them, you're probably going to turn out to be a pretty good person in life. But there's something more to that. I mean, these people fought and died for this. You know? I mean, I don't know. It just struck me as odd that a minister would say that. But yeah, I've actually heard ministers shuck the Bible like it's just a big old thing of, myths and bullcrap. And I'm thinking, well, you're not a real good salesman if you want people put asses in the seats. What's KEK? That's probably something ignorant. Well, the dynamic of the triangle of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit was the kingdom of God is already inside you. It's not a secret. Okay, everybody's pissed about that preacher. Yeah, he was a real dick. He quit being a minister, if that makes you feel any better, which was real nice. Good night, Gabriel. Let me just tell you a story real quick about the triad, whatever it is, the triangle, whatever, of Jesus and all that. God the Father is the one who the creator, and he did everything. He couldn't communicate with us, so he sent the Son to calm us, teach us. He was a teacher, and the Son was killed. And then the Holy Spirit is with us now. And that's because the kingdom of God was always inside us. It always has been. Not in some men, not in a few men, in all men. All men have the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God inside them, your soul. And you can say, well, you're just some religious weirdo. You're just, fine. But that's it. And they want to take that away from you. They want to tell you if you don't pray, if you don't light a candle at church, if you don't put money in the offering plate to keep the lights on in the church, you're going to go to hell and all this bullshit. The kingdom of God is in you, and your heart is right. You take care of your family. You're the high priest of your home. You're the high priest of your life. You go to God. You don't need a minister, a preacher, a nun, anybody to go to God for you on your behalf. You go to God. You get down on your knees and you tear your clothes and you become penitent. You beg God to forgive you for the horrible sins, and you know you're a sinning son of a bitch. We all are. And if you don't like the way I'm talking to you like this, then don't ask the religious questions, but that's the truth. You know you're a rotten prick. You know you get online and pick on people. You know you push people down in the schoolyard when you were a kid. You know you cheated on your taxes. We all do it. We're all sinners. We're all a bunch of creeps. We all do things we shouldn't do. It doesn't mean we're bad people. People are just people. They can't help themselves. But when you are asking for forgiveness, when you're asking for self-righteousness you think you deserve, get down on your knees and beg. Beg a higher power. Beg the Son of God to come into your life. Don't tell me about it. Do it. It's what's in your heart that matters. You give your mom $20 at Christmas, and she hands you an envelope for $20. Oh, well, that was really... Yeah, you're a great son. No. Go out and find a nice gift. Put some effort into it. Doesn't matter what it costs. Give your mother a hug. Tell her you love her. Give your mother a kiss. Greet your mom with a kiss. Greet your father with a kiss. No matter the differences between you. What's in your heart that matters? They might have been assholes, but you be a good person. You have a good heart. Act on it. Live it. Live the life that you think I think everybody should be good to me. I don't know why everybody treats me like shit. Well, how about if you treat everybody nice? How about if you treat everybody good? How about if you show everybody what's in your heart is good? There's a lot of people out there that are having a lot of bad luck and a lot of bad things happening to them right now. And they can't figure it out. And it's because they go through life being a shithead. Quit worrying about what everybody else is doing. Quit worrying about all this political bullshit, all this religious bullshit. Throw it out. Start taking care of what's in here. Start looking at what's around you right here. Don't worry about all that stuff. You might find out you have a better life than you think you do. And people might start treating you a little bit better. You might be able to walk into Full Sail and say, I'm not like you, but I want to be your friend. I want to reach out to you. Do it. You can do it if you want to. Aliens. What's this? All sin is the same. Somebody said it's not about little sin, big sins, but that we all have our heads stuck in a pile of shit. Earthly laws are different, but in God's eyes, we are the same, worthless without God. Yeah, that's pretty much right. All sin is equal. None people don't like to hear that, but the guy stealing $50,000 from the school and the guy who rapes or kills a girl, it doesn't feel that way, but all sins are equal. You're still a dick. In the end of the day, you're still a criminal. You're still a real jerk for doing that. And you need to get your heart right. Let's see what we say here. TR, I'm in a situation here. I am religious, and I would like to know how I can be more involved with Christianity. Please, I need help. How about just living by the teachings of what Jesus actually wrote? Don't read what other people tell you. Don't do what Mike Weil, TR DeWale tells you to do. Actually, crack that book. This is that Blackhawk guy. Crack that book and read what he said. Read what he said. Read about the woman who come in crying and cleaned his feet with her hair. And she was unclean, and she was this, and nobody wanted her around. And he said, she's cleaning my feet with her tears. She's groveling before the Son of God, where you sit there and judge her. Do you want to be the guy sitting at the table judging her? Or do you want to get down on your knees and beg God, rip your clothes, and say, I've sinned. I'm a piece of garbage. Think about who you are. When you push somebody down the mud, or you steal a parking spot, or you see the guy's meters running out, and you go, screw him. I'm not going to tell him that coin didn't take in that meter. Hold the door for the old lady. Help somebody across the street, as dumb as it sounds. Good deeds aren't going to get you to heaven. But if your heart is right, I see my fellow man in trouble, and help them, then you've done something. And as stupid as it sounds, ASMR is a lot like that. You see people in trouble, and you get somebody sending you a request. Am I missing anything? The Netherlands seems like a nice country. I'm going to go pretty soon too. I love everybody. Thank you very much. And I'll talk just for a minute. ASMR is a lot like that. You see a request by somebody. No, I don't actually carve soap. That was a joke. If you actually watched the video, I was being a real asshole. You don't even have to believe in God or heaven or an afterlife, as somebody pointed out. Nija Mura pointed out. Even if you don't believe in heaven, doing good still makes you feel better, unless your heart is just a dick. Let's see. Blackhawk Gaming. No, I want to beg to God. I want to become a sinless kid. I want to become a pure Christian. How about just being a better person? How about just working on being a better you? And everything else will take care of itself. If you quit worrying about what everybody else is doing and just try to help people that you see that need help in your life, and don't expect thank you and gratitude and stuff for it, you'll find out that life is actually pretty good. Let me say this about ASMR. You see a person in trouble and they send you a message and you know the video is not going to get a lot of views and you do it anyway and you just uploaded a video and then 2 days later or a day later you put another video up. You know it's not going to do as good and you do it anyway because you know that person's hurting. You knew they come to you and they're in trouble and you helped them. And you do it because something changes when you start doing ASMR and you realize that you're actually helping people. And I'm not lying. And you feel obligated to the people that watch, and you feel obligated to people to show them that you care. And I get what I get out of it. Whatever comes my way is fine. But I still did what I did. And you do it. And you shut your mouth. And you go on and you keep doing it. Don't worry about it. And some of the videos out there on my channel that have done mediocre or poorly are some of the videos I'm the proudest of. Because I took the time to do something for somebody else. It wasn't about me, it was about somebody else. And that's the way it went. And I've my whole life said and done things that haven't helped me a lot in life. It's just part of life. And you can't punish yourself for it. If your heart was in the right place, do it. And the hell with it. This political stuff, like I said, 4 or 8 years from now, we're going to be bitching about somebody else. I'm almost 50. That's all we do is we vote. We vote Bush in, everybody bitches. We vote in Clinton, everybody bitches. We vote another Bush in because that wasn't good enough. Everybody bitches. It just goes on and on and on. Everybody hated Obama. He had a secret army. He was going to take over the world. He's sitting playing golf and taking his daughter to rock concerts now. Give me a break. Trump is just one rich person we voted in instead of the other rich lady. That's what he is. We voted, there's a billionaire supposedly and a millionaire. Which one do you want? Well, you want the billionaire? Good. That's what you got. And I see how he is with his kids and his grandkids. Maybe the guy's a jerk. Give him a chance. It doesn't matter. 2 years from now, well, less than 2 years from now, you get to vote for the House again, the House of Representatives and all that. And 2 more years after that, you get to vote for president again. 2 years from now, less than 2 years from now, we're going to have to start this whole shit process over again. And I can't stand it. I hate it. I don't give a shit who they put in there. I didn't like Ted Cruz, though. I will tell you this much. There was like 16 people running for Republican. I didn't like Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is a Heiner. Yep. Okay. Let's see. I don't care who anybody is. You believe that people write me letters. This goofy shit that people believe in. I don't care. I love them. They're nice enough to write me a letter. Who cares? Okay, well, I'm going to get going here pretty quick. Let's see. Thank you for coming, Erythian. Torgeborn ASMR? What's that? Did I just say something funny? Yeah, that's a good point. Somebody wrote, Ethan C. wrote, when it comes to politics, believe in the kingdom, not the kings. That's probably a good thing. It's not my fallback topic, but everybody wants to know politics. Somebody wrote, Canberra wrote,
Tara, you mentioned you hate politics a lot. This seems to be your fallback topic. I go on Facebook and it's all anyone wants to talk about. And the reason why is nobody will talk to them. If they're too right-wing, nobody will talk to them. If they're too liberal, left-wing, nobody will talk to them. But they can come to me and they can talk and they can get it out of their system and they can move on with their life. And they can realize, maybe I shouldn't be so worried about all this bullshit. And they start to have a better life. I had a friend who was really wrapped up in politics. And it was a lady. Good night, Dolph, or Daphne LaCase. Missing Monster just showed up. Thanks for this awesome live stream. Hope to reach 1 million subs. Thank you for advice, Doctor. That was from Blackhawk Gaming. He's a nice kid. See, there was an example. I mean, we tried to help somebody tonight. And it was obvious that the kid was in trouble. And he was bringing up politics. What am I supposed to do? Oh, here, I'm not talking about politics. I'm too good for that. I'm a hipster. I'm not a hipster. I'll talk about it. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the reality of it. You guys all got your little Make America Great hats again. You want to run around. You voted your guy in. Well, he's in there now, so don't bitch. That's my thing. We all voted. Don't bitch. I love it. Don't bitch. Give me a fucking break. I've been hearing this shit for 2 years. I'm sick of it. Let's see. Well, anyway, I do love all of you very much. And I know love's a big word. But you guys take the time to come to my channel and watch my live stream. Watch my videos. Give me the time of day. You send me messages. And I really do appreciate it. And I want you to know that I do try to help as much as I can and listen. So I'm going to get going. I don't know how long I've been on. But I want you all to take care and have a really good day. And until I see you all again, have a most blessed day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.